Tonight.
5 players unavailable tonight. A lot of minutes and shots to go around.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Andre Drummond is out there with Morris. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward. And for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Caldwell-Pope feeling it out a bit. Over Richardson. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. All right, Clark, old school lineups tonight. Both sides anchored by great pivot men.
Kevin, I can hear the excitement in your voice, man, and I share that excitement when you see big guys that can go at it in old school fashion. I love seeing that because we don't see it that much these days with all of the three-point shooting. We get to see big guys going to work in the paint. I love it.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
Doncic, because he's so skilled and so savvy, he does a nice job forcing the defense into tough spots when they're guarding him.
Here's Schroeder. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. For 3, Caldwell-Pope knocks down the 3 ball. Caldwell-Pope's got 5 now.
I think Caldwell-Pope has done a nice job developing into a legit deep ball threat.
And although it seems like KCP will never be a huge factor on offense, he can still give you valuable points and also that spacing he can provide out on the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you there, and it's a valuable tool kit that he has because he can provide some playmaking and shot making and spacing of the floor, and he's also become more efficient as an offensive player. But he does know and recognize that his strength is at the defensive end, his athleticism, mobility, and versatility, and offense is tertiary to his contributions.
And that one's good. Drummond.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Doncic, bounce pass. Here's Kleber. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Schroeder passes to Morris. Out to Kuzma. Lets the 3 fly. Bangs home the trifecta.
Tell you what, guys, he seems to improve with every game. I mean, Kuzma continues to hone his catch-and-shoot game.
Schroeder against Doncic. It's stolen by Schroeder. To the paint, here's Drummond. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Alex Caruso comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional Mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Burke, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. First one falls for him. Both shots good from the stripe. Mavericks trail by 4. Here's Brunson. Offline with his 3. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Here's Caruso. Brunson covering. Outside Matthews. Back to Harrell. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Clock at 2. Caruso. Los Angeles with another miss.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 1:35 left in the first quarter. Uncovered. Kept alive. That shot off. Marjanovic with it. Gasol covering. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Powell finds Brunson. Marjanovic down low, working on Gasol. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Here's Caruso. A three from Matthews. Harrell kicks to Gasol. Back to Harrell. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Here we go, one-on-one. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to Brunson. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Lakers in the lead. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Caruso, the pass to Matthews. To the middle, and stolen by Burke. Back to Brunson. Launches it. Offensive rebound Mavericks. That ties it up.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And improving as a shot maker every year. Harrell has to be accounted for defensively.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Lakers lead by 2. A little bit earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma, who loves.
You know, for me, it's super cool.
Well, Kuzma, Greg, has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, we've got Matthews. Marc Gasol is out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3 slot. 5 on the clock. The pass to Caruso. Takes the 3. Powell pulls it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Dallas shooting it really well. 54% from the floor.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Dallas needs to get off a shot. Porzingis can't hit. Lakers shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Here's Caruso. Harrell, that's good. Harrell's got his second bucket. And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Matthews dishes to Harrell. Fader on the way. Basket good. Harrell's got the lead up to 4 now for the Lakers.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway. Take the shot that's available.
To the inside, Gasol. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Matthews has a nice feel, guys, for when a teammate has a clean look, gets him the ball.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Harrell against Powell. Horton Tucker, the pass to Caruso. To the middle. Here's Harrell. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Harrell's got 8 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
1:49 left in the second quarter. Caruso, the pass to Gasol. Porzingis with the ball. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides you with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys there were. So Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school. And it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy. He would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
And, you know, with Porzingis, the potential is really exciting. I mean, with his size and skill set, I think he's got a chance to be a dominant force for a long time.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Richardson. And Doncic is subbed in for Trey Burke. And Doncic gets it to go. He's got 8.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Puts up a 3. And it's Schroeder missing.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Schroeder dishes to Drummond. It's stolen by Marjanovic.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
9 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Schroeder passes to Morris. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
The 3 for Doncic. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above 4. They're in good position. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing, guys, from Montrezl Harrell.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. 6 to shoot. Here's Kuzma. And it's off from 3-point range. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 2. Pass to Kleber. And here's Richardson. Dallas moving it around. Here's Porzingis. Good D by Drummond. The Lakers with the ball. Caldwell Pope outside. Doncic with the steal. Here's Porzingis, the fast break chance. Kuzma against Doncic. And the shot goes down. Doncic has got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
A three from Morris. Doesn't go for him. And it's Dallas the other way. And Doncic, here we go. Can't hit from in close.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And there's another turnover by the Lakers. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And Doncic throws it down.
Doncic doing a nice job showing you some sneaky explosion and athleticism on that throwdown.
Knocked away. Goes up. And the dunk by Doncic.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Aggressive defense. The battle with Drummond inside is a collision waiting to happen.
The drive by Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Caldwell Pope against Richardson. Passes it to Drummond. Over Porzingis from 10 feet out. And it's Drummond missing. Mavericks leading by 4. Here's Doncic. And the layup's good off the glass. Doncic has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Well, this is who Doncic is. This is what we've seen from him. A scorer who can take over games easily.
Inside, here's Drummond. Porzingis with the block. Doncic outside. And the dunk by Doncic.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Porzingis trying to get free, and Doncic throws it down.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Kuzma.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway comes in for Josh Richardson, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The Lakers also making some changes. Marcus All's checked in for Andre Drummond. Harrell comes in for Morris, and it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Outside Hardaway, the three from Porzingis. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Porzingis has got the lead up to 11 now for Dallas.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Lakers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. Hardaway against Caldwell Pope. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Porzingis has got 14 points.
You know, a big factor in today's modern NBA is the three-point shot and the way that spaces the floor. Porzingis' range, a key element for his team spacing.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. Taking a look at the Lakers. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Marc Gasol. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Caruso in at the point guard. Lakers trail by 20. Caldwell-Pope with it. Hardaway picks him up. Frankie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Harrell kicks to Caruso. Back to Harrell. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Yeah, just showcasing his agility in these sets. Harrell's IQ and knowing when to slash is impressive.
Arnautovic with the bounce pass. Kleba with the bucket.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
To the paint, it's stolen by Marjanovic. Here's Doncic. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the men.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jalen Brunson. And it's Richardson in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Caldwell-Pope. Porzingis with the block.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Schroeder dishes to Drummond, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Doncic with it. He's picked up by Drummond, and the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, Doncic so crafty and good at using screens and being effective in screening situations. He's a true scorer and playmaker.
Caldwell-Pope for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Richardson finds Porzingis. And stolen by Drummond. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Now here's McLemore. Terry covering. Here's Matthews. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Boy, Matthews, a guy who was undrafted, is a crafty veteran now. Terrific at using his body to draw the foul.
So both teams changing it up here. Both free throws good from Matthews. There's 1:38 left to play here in the fourth. And here's Doncic from the arc. The shot, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Mavericks.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had a hot hand.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
The shot's good. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Kyle Kuzma picks one up. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Andre Drummond. Alfonso McKinney comes in for Markieff Morris. And it's Ben McLemore in for Kyle Kuzma. Matthews with the bounce pass. Left side, Antetokounmpo. Back to McLemore. Fires from deep. Good work defensively by Terry. Here's Melly. Outside, Green. Jacks up a three. Connects from three-point range.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Now, we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays.
Here's Porzingis, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. There's the foul against the Clippers. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And both free throws good for Porzingis.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Leonard the pass to Zubac. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Doncic. Porzingis high post. Passes it to Kleba. Batum with the steal. Porzingis with the steal. Stolen by Zubac. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Stolen by Zubac. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. There's Jackson with the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Richardson. Porzingis has got 6.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
From deep, Porzingis with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Doncic feeling it out. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
And putting his long arms there to good use. Porzingis has a large catch radius on those alley-oops.
Outside Jackson. And the dunk by Zubac.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
And Doncic, here we go. And Doncic throws it down.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
George double teamed. Down low, here's Jackson. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Batum brings the double team. Doncic kicks to Kleba. It's stolen. Here's Porzingis. Doesn't go that time. Great tee that time from Leonard. Here's George. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And that ties it up.
That's just a solid execution to get a wide open look.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Brunson with it. He's picked up by Rondo. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Rondo with the rebound. And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. Here's Kennard. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
Great positioning on the putback.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Morris against Powell. Back to Morris from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. Now here's Brunson. Off target at the rim. .102 left in the first quarter of the game. That's a two from Kennard. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Kennard's got his second basket of the game. Now Brunson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
A three from Morris. That one's not going to go. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Here's Brunson. Offensive rebound. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Rondo passes to Morris. And stolen by Burke. And here we go. Here's Brunson. That one falls coming off Burke's feet.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Clippers trail by 4. Rondo kicks to Morris. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And this is in Morris's wheelhouse right here. Extremely fluid with the catch and release. I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, both teams in the zone early. Stops have been almost impossible to come by.
A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Dallas Mavericks. He now... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, we've got Jalen Brunson. Dwight Powell is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Burke in at the shooting guard position. Rondo's shot is good.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully he can stay healthy this go around.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Rondo is a pro in transition. He can flat out get it done.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Morris.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Here's Mann. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Kennard, the pass to Morris. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Dallas calls timeout. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. 2 free throws coming up, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this, and he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
George looking over the floor. His three-pointer's off the mark.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Porzingis can't hit, and that's a foul called on Porzingis. That'll be his second foul of the game. LA's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Jackson drives in, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jackson's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
The way he glides around the court doesn't look like Jackson is moving as fast as he really is.
And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Outside, George drains the three-pointer. George has got 5.
One of George's main strengths, able to stretch the floor with his outside shooting.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Outside, Batum fires the 3. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Doncic. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Richardson left side. It's hauled in by Paul George. Los Angeles has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Zubac finds Jackson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Batum scanning the floor. Batum with another miss.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Doncic passes to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Jackson from the arc. The Mavericks pull it in. We've got 33 seconds left now here in the second. Nice shot by Porzingis. And it's a 5-point Maverick lead.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Porzingis with the steal. The pass to Kleba. Out to Doncic. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. Richardson the bounce pass. No good with the triple. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of it.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He ended up with 19 points. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And I can't wait to see what he has in store during this second half. Some of those jams were downright absurd.
They've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Finney-Smith kicks to Kleber. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Clippers trail by 3.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
And the Mavericks call time here. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree. Rondo finds Batum. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Back to Doncic. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George with the ball. Over to the wing for the lead. They grab their own miss. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Mavericks have gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. Here's Zubats, and it goes down 2 points. Zubats has got 6. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Doncic, no good.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Outside, Batum. Kleber with the rebound.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
Runs in the pass to Kleber. The putback. That shot is off. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Feeds to Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Chalk up 2 there.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Burke with it. Leonard picks him up. And that one's good. Burke.
A lost art in this game. Terrific bounce pass.
The Clippers in the lead. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Kleber kicks to Burke. Dallas moving it around. Offensive rebound. Marjanovic. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Neither side has relented a bit in this back and forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
That's just being out of sync and at the worst time, costly.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway's checked in for Doncic. And it's Richardson in for Jalen Brunson. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Burke. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
And the wide open shot from Morris. Los Angeles with another miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Kicks it out to Richardson. Stolen by Jackson. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Kennard's shot is off. The Mavericks leading. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. Porzingis can't hit. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Porzingis on the follow. And the Mavericks lead by 1. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Mavericks ahead, leading by just 1. And we're just... And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. We've got Hardaway. Porzingis is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Here's Mann, guarded by Hardaway. Here's Patterson. It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Porzingis. Richardson kicks to Porzingis. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Richardson gets a wide open look. Great positioning on the putback.
How about the perseverance offensively? I mean, following up the missed shot, and that results in second and third opportunities.
Jackson finds Leonard. A 3-ball. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
And the Mavericks call time here. Paul George, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Dallas. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Patterson with it. Now guarded by Porzingis, and that's a foul called on Porzingis. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. A 3 from Leonard. Drains it from beyond the arc. Leonard's got 6 points in the quarter.
There's the response. Kawhi rarely changes expression, but you know what he's thinking. I got your back.
The 3 for Doncic. Here's Powell, and that one drops. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. And here's George for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Hardaway has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Doncic. 2 points. That one goes. Doncic has got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Back to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Going to the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Patterson. And it's Batum in for Marcus Morris. And Dallas also making a switch. Kleba's checked in. Porzingis trying to get free. Porzingis on the follow. Porzingis has got 23 points.
And they've had the advantage tonight on the glass, and that's another big one.
Leonard, that's for two. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 4 assists in the game. That's tipped. Doncic outside. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 25.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
To the inside. Porzingis. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And it's a 7-point Maverick lead. The Clippers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. George, no good. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Leonard against Doncic. From past the arc. Shot clock reset for Dallas. Richardson kicks to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. And the rejection by Zubac. And it's good. 2 points. Clippers trail by 9. The deep 3 from George. Los Angeles with another miss.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And here's Doncic from the arc. They get it again. The shot that time not on target. And so here are the Clippers. They trail by 7. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Dallas calls timeout. They're leading by 5. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Good on the bucket.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Doncic, no good. And they're pushing it up. Here's Zubac. Misses the jumper. Lets it fly. No good. And so is Dallas winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy.
Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
And now the Lakers starting group. They've got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position.
And when you leave a man open, Batum finds it. Great feel for the game.
Schroeder passes to Drummond. Out to Kuzma. Back to Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Thrown down with Forrest Drummond with great feel around the rim. Now, usually he's one of the leading dunkers in the NBA because he doesn't waste any time or motion in there.
Zubac finds Jackson. Off target with his three. And here are the Lakers. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
KCP is a guy who can pull up from three just as easily as take it to the cup. He's a tough cover in transition.
Outside, George. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. A three-pointer off the mark.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Caldwell-Pope for three. Nailed from three-point land. Caldwell-Pope's got 5 points so far. On the wing, Jackson to stop the run. A three-pointer is right on target.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Drummond. Shakes him. And the layup is good.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
Here's Schroeder. And the layup falls.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers, trailing by 2. Here's George, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Well, you really have to like how George uses his body effectively down low there. I mean, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him in that situation.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Here's Caruso. He's covered by Rondo. Pass to Horton Tucker. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Gasol. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity.
And George is very capable at knocking down difficult shots. I mean, because of his size and stroke and ball handling and his added strength, he's able to shoot over good defense and knock them down.
Here's Harold. Paul George making his last shot. Here's Horton Tucker. And it's sent back by George.
Terrific focus from George there, reading the shooter the entire way through. A great shot blocker.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Lakers trail by 4. Rondo with the steal. Morris inside. He's defended by Harold. 54 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The shot by George, no good. Lakers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Paul George with the steal. And here they go. For the 3. Rebound by Harold.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Matthews dishes to Harrell. Back to Matthews. Inside. They need this one. And Harrell with the lay-in. Good.
Matthews has a nice feel, guys, for when a teammate has a clean look, gets him the ball.
George passes to Rondo. And Gasol sends it back. Here's Horton Tucker. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Clippers. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Marc Gasol is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Matthews, and it's Horton Tucker in at the small forward position. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. A platoon swap here for the Lakers. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Now, here is Morris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Zubac, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, three guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Here's Schroeder. The Clippers getting the bucket. He's looking for trouble.
Are you kidding me? Nasty. And look at Drummond, capable of rising up and dropping an absolute hammer.
Back to Kennard. Three-pointer. It's Drummond with the rebound.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Up again, and Kuzma stays with it. Kuzma's got his first points of the game.
Active hands and really good energy pursuing the pumpkin there. Great hustle by Kuzma.
Jackson finds Zubac. Now here's Drummond. 6 points for him. Caldwell Pope left side. Pulls up from the corner. No good on that one. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Leonard inside. And it's Leonard with the jam.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
To the right side. Kuzma passes to Drummond. Second chance shot. Drummond. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Jackson against Schroeder. Jackson kicks to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Three-pointer. Rebound the Lakers. Drummond's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Schroeder dishes to Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Shots good by Kennard.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Now Schroeder to the middle. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
Now here's Jackson. He has 5. Kennard for 3. Morris with the rebound. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. They trail by 1. Schroeder finds Drummond. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Stolen by Jackson. Batum inside the three-point line, but they get it back. Outside for Jackson. No good from outside.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Schroeder against Batum. Caldwell Pope outside. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Leonard attacking, and then Leonard with the dunk.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Now, here is Morris. No points in the game yet for him. No good on the 3. Clippers leading by 3. There's Jackson with the 3. Zubac kicks to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Clippers.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. That's all for now.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. The 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's man in at the shooting guard position. Leonard against Caldwell Pope, and stolen by Patterson. Pass to man. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Lakers working the ball around now. Drummond passes to Schroeder. Just 5 on the clock.
Boy, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And he finishes the break with a lay-in. George has got 6.
And George is very good in how he leaks out in transition, times it perfectly, and really creates high percentage shots for himself as a result.
Kuzma against George. Kuzma passes to Drummond. In the corner, it's Morris. Over Leonard. They get it back. Drummond. He can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 5. Here's Rondo. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. Rondo with the rebound. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Leonard. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, 6 of their last 10 points coming off the fast break.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Hey, that's Drummond, throwback center who does almost all of his damage inside.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Schroeder. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Lets it go with a 3. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Man passes to Patterson. Outside Leonard. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from him.
Rondo against Schroeder, and he makes that one.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Rondo kicks to Leonard. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Leonard's got 15 points.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
And Drummond is right there. And it's the Clippers with the ball. 4-point game. Rondo drives in, drops in the layup for 2. Rondo's got his first points in this one.
You know, with Rondo's tenure in the league, he's been around now for over a decade and a half. He continues to give you flashes of that burst.
Kuzma can't get it to go.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. $19 seconds left to play in the third. Now the pass to Batum. Buries the long-range jumper. Batum's got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
The outside stroke of Batum, too nice. He knocks him down in bunches.
From 10 feet out, Batum grabs the miss. 1 second left. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in control with the 9-point lead. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Lakers trail by 9. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. They've got Marc Gasol. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Matthews. And it's Caruso in at point guard. Right side Gasol. Clock at 6. He gets that one. Gasol's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Lakers.
Boy, the confidence of Gasol on the block is really impressive to see. I mean, once he gets good positioning, he goes right to work.
And George, here we go. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Marc Gasol.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And George drops them both.
And George has learned a lot and I think continues to evolve as a leader. He relishes the chance to deliver for this team.
Here's Caruso, covered by Morris. Paul George with the steal. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
Harrell the pass to Caruso. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things, never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Gasol against Zubac. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And the Clippers lead by 13. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
George passes to Zubac, and the wide open shot from Morris. No good on the triple. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Pass to Matthews. Launches a three. Rebound by the Clippers. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Great speed displayed by George on his way to the bucket. Devastating to the defense with those dunking skills of his.
Caruso, the pass to Horton Tucker. Down low, here's Gasol. Lays it up off the glass.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Clippers leading by 11. From deep, George. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Passes it to Matthews. Lakers passing it around. Caruso tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Morris dishes to Jackson. Out to Morris. Pulls up. Zubac trying to break loose. That shot no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. Harrell drives in. And Harrell slams it in.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Jackson has the open look. And it's Gasol with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Clippers.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
That was a big advantage. The other team was defending with their hands instead of moving their feet, and they handed them a lot of easy points at the line.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Paul George.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
A three from Matthews. Batum grabs the miss. They've shared the load offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Here's Caruso. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Mann. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. So Dallas will get the first possession. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position.
Well, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball.
And see Webb, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope changing his approach before last season. He knew he wouldn't need to take on as much of a scoring responsibility.
Yeah, and what a team player, GA. I mean, KCP rededicated himself to defense. He tries to do more with less touches now. And that's the mindset you need to have playing the stars going for a championship.
Wow, you gotta admire the aggression. Drummond leaving no room for error with a nice slam.
Schroeder against Doncic. To the paint, Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game. Schroeder hits them both. For Dallas, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. The 3 for Doncic. Another 3 for Dallas.
Well, they've come out the locker room. His eye. 4 for 4 to start tonight.
Here's Schroeder. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Doncic with it. Now guarded by Caldwell-Pope. Doncic looking it over. And he makes good on the layup. Doncic has got 8.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Schroeder dishes to Drummond. Out to Morris. Back to Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And just an outstanding recognition by Drummond, rolling like a boulder to the rim and getting the ball in the perfect spot.
From deep three-point range, Morris with the rebound. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 4-point game. And the pass to Caldwell-Pope to the wing right side. Here's Schroeder from outside off the mark. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Here's Doncic following the basket by Marc Gasol. And it's in there. 10 points for him.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only getting strong.
And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. They trail by 7. Harrell kicks to Caruso. That 3 off the mark. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 8 from the field to start the game. Very hot shooting. The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Attacking the rack to great effect.
Burke, he's checked in for Dallas. The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the game. Lakers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Passes to Harrell. And there's another one for the Lakers.
And improving as a shot maker every year. Harrell has to be accounted for defensively.
Brunson, the bounce pass. And stolen by Harrell. Matthews passes to Harrell. Shoots over Powell. Off the left rim and out.
Oh, I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Now here's Brunson. Matthews with the steal. Here's Caruso. There's the killer two-handed slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Lakers trail by 6. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Gasol. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
You're in a tough spot defensively. Gasol has size. I mean, he has power. You really have to wrap him up to keep this from happening.
Burke looking over the floor. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Oh, big time shot.
He just beat the buzzer. He barely beat the buzzer right there.
Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark, as we wrap up the first. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Well, credit the coaches. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Jalen Brunson. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Powell. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Berg in at the two-guard spot. And Matthews kicks to Caruso. Now the feed to Gasol, and they take the lead. Gasol's got the lead up to 2 now for the Lakers.
Nice timing on the pick and roll there. Good screen. Good catch by Gasol.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it, too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he didn't.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Dallas also making some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Richardson in for Jalen Brunson. Porzingis high post. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Big man coming through. Love whenever Porzingis puts his head down and just charges hard towards the basket.
Kuzma passes to Morris. The layup missed.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Here's Porzingis. It's Drummond with the rebound. LA's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Caldwell Pope dishes to Morris. Schroeder up top. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. The 3. And again, no good by the Lakers. Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Here's Burke. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Burke's got his first bucket in this one.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Schroeder kicks to Drummond. Back to Schroeder. Takes a 3. The Mavericks pull it in. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Burke. A three-pointer, no good. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. Doncic is checked in for Trey Burke. Schroeder looking around. It's Drummond, high post. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Drummond's got it all tied up now for the Lakers. Doncic outside. And it's sent back by Drummond.
And the coaching staff loves this effort. They want Drummond to keep swatting shots like this.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Marjanovic is checked in. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Schroeder outside, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this area at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Los Angeles with another miss. Mavericks leading by 4. Marjanovic with it. He's picked up by Drummond. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for the Lakers. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Drummond. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Now he's checked in for Dallas.
He had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter. He hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
Caldwell Pope passes to Harrell. He feeds it to Morris. Powell with the steal. Now here's Doncic. 10 points for him. Pass to Hardaway. And here's Richardson. Good on the shot.
Far from just a jump shooter. Richardson is more than capable of getting it done inside, too.
And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. 6-point game.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Doncic outside. Foul. And foul on the and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call. And so it's Dallas with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 12 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. He didn't perform. And that's a...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Contavious Caldwell Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Markieff Morris. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. That's the Laker 5. And I'm glad we got to see the mobile 1 block once more. What a play.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
Doncic, bounce pass. Six to shoot. Fires the 3. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs, generates range with ease.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Doncic against Schroeder. Oh, and the jam by Drummond.
The exceptional athleticism of Drummond on full display tonight. Just an unreal athlete.
Doncic against Schroeder. Right wing. Kleber inside. Covered by Morris. Doncic, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Mavericks leading by 7. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Morris with the block.
Oh, man, look at Morris use his reach to turn away a shot. He's excellent at cornering shooters and sending their shots back.
Drummond trying to get himself free. Dallas has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Porzingis kicks to Kleber. Back to Porzingis. And stolen by Drummond. And it's the Lakers on the break. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Schroeder.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Kleber against Morris. Back to Drummond. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Doncic passes to Kleber. Kicks it out to Richardson. Here's Finney-Smith. Off target from outside. Lakers trail by 5. Here's Caldwell Pope, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
The blinding speed of Caldwell Pope is virtually impossible to match up with in transition. He just gets down the floor so incredibly quick.
Up top, Doncic. Started by Schroeder. For 3, Richardson. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Kuzma finds Morris. Schroeder outside. Makes it off the glass. Now just a 1-point Maverick lead.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Here's the Lakers with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. No good that time. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. And there's the pass to Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Doncic bounce pass. The tray. Rebounded by the Lakers. Drummond's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Schroeder against Doncic. Porzingis with the steal. Doncic outside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Three-quarters of play in a close game here. It's Dallas. They're up by 1. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the floor for Dallas, Marjanovic is out there with Powell. Then there's Hardaway, Then there's Trey Burke, and it's Brunson in at the point guard position. Clock at 4 to the inside, and stolen by Drummond, and stolen by Burke. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Back to Powell. Passes it to Brunson. Now here's Marjanovic, defended by Drummond. Here's Caruso. And the Lakers with another turnover here. Marc Gasol's checked in for Andre Drummond. The Mavericks leading.
Hey, who's watching them?
Brunson with it. Shoots the three. The Mavericks rebound.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Here's Caruso. Off target from three-point range. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Porzingis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Brunson scanning the floor. And Gasol sends it back.
Got to be wary of Gasol. I mean, he's good at using his length to turn away shots.
And that one is good. Horton Tucker's got his first basket.
Aggressive pass on the break, straight up the court so he can get all the way to the bucket.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, and the dunk by Powell.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Lakers trail by 3. Pass to Harrell. From 11 feet away, Mavericks with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Brunson up top. He's covered by Matthews. Brunson the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Here's Caruso. There's the dish to Gasol. The putback. Tries yet again. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
And the rejection by Harrell. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Lakers. And Dallas also making a switch. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Here's Brunson. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Great set play. Laying down the screen and setting up the easy chance.
Doncic is checked in for Burke. Lakers trail by 8. It's Schroeder with the drive, and he banks in the layup.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Doncic against Caldwell Pope. Now, here's Doncic. Defense right on him. Kleber, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Caldwell Pope for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Now just a 3-point Dallas lead.
In key moments like this, you need guys like Caldwell Pope to come through with a huge bucket. Just tremendous focus.
Doncic, no good.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
That's good from Caldwell Pope on the assist by Harrell. Caldwell Pope's got 5 points now this quarter. The Mavericks have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. And Doncic, here we go. Kleber, the pass to Porzingis. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
And with that unique combination of size and skill, Porzingis is a dependable late-game scoring option.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway, and it's Richardson in for Jalen Brunson. Porzingis with the steal. There's 48 seconds left in the game. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
A lot is on the line here.
Crowd is so focused.
Schroeder, it falls! And now they trail by just 4. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Doncic against Schroeder. Doncic outside. It's Richardson on the wing. That 3 off the mark.
No time to waste on this possession.
Yeah, they got to get into the play fast and execute. It's your only hope.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
And Caldwell Pope is a guy you cannot leave open at any time. Just a very good shooter from any spot on the floor.
And now down to a one-possession game. Those foul shots, huge.
Now Doncic. From downtown, and the miss. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. as seen from above. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Doncic against Jackson. Doncic passes to Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. And Josh Richardson gets the 3. Terrific talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. We're about 1 minute into the first. Kleber finds Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Lob pass to Porzingis.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. George passes to Zubac. Here's Batum. That one wide left.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And George, here we go. Nice D from Doncic.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
There's the triple. Another 3 for Dallas.
Well, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Porzingis with the steal. To the middle. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Batum with the 3. And no good. And it's Dallas the other way. Left side, Porzingis. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. 5 to shoot. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Porzingis has got 6.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Here's Batum. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Paul George with the steal. Leonard with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up. Jackson gets the bucket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
And it's George missing. Mavericks leading by 6. And here's Porzingis for a 3. The putback. Batum grabs the miss. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Leonard attacking, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap.
Here's Doncic, and it's sent back by Leonard. They recover it. Richardson for 3. Dallas no good that time either. Clippers trail by 4. Leonard on the wing. There's the three. Porzingis with the rebound. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Porzingis showing a little strength down low that time. You can't get upset at the D for being physical with him on that play.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Burke, he's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. But they recover it. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Fires for 3. And it's Luke Kennard with the 3. 17 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Brunson against Rondo. Throws it up high, and the dunk by Powell.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Dallas. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
They've got Marjanovic. Powell is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Burke, and it's Brunson in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Offensive rebound. That's a 2 from Kennard. It's rebounded by Dallas. They've led by as much as 10. Now here's Burke. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the Mavericks with possession here. They lead by 7. There's the pass to Burke. Shooting. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Rondo. Good on the three-point shot. Rondo's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Better outside when he gets into a rhythm or when he gets his feet set. Rondo's smart at knowing when to fire.
Brunson the pass to Marjanovic. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Sometimes you like to see guys go with the bounce pass, threading it through there perfectly.
Pass to Kennard. He's looking for Patterson and finds him. And that one's off, and this is his first shot of the game. Dallas leading by 8. Brunson the pass to Burke. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. The Clippers have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Inside, Kennard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Kennard's got 5 points so far. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Pass to Brunson. Here's Burke. They grab their own miss. It's good on the putback. And now it's a 10-point Maverick lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Morris passes to Kennard. Gets that one to drop. That's his third field goal in 8 tries.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Morris with the bucket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
Powell kicks to Brunson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Hardaway with a wide open look. And it's off from 3-point range. Now the Clippers moving it up. Near the 3-point line, it's Morris. The Mavericks pull it in. They've led by as much as 10. Out to the right wing. And a wide open look for Rondo. Offline with his 3.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from 3-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Tries again. Patterson can't get it to go. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Dallas again turning it over. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. There's 21 seconds left in the first half. Leonard on the wing for 3. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Doncic passes to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Always nice to see Porzingis take some strides and get to that kind of glide.
With 4 seconds on the clock. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that on the inbounds play. Exactly the way they drew it up.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Mavericks on top. They're up by 5. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, it was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 2 steals, and the Mavericks... And that's...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Jackson in at the point.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And George with the stuff.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Doncic. That one goes in.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
He had 76% from the line a season ago, and most would consider that to be a success.
Yep, it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Batum.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Doncic, bounce pass. Kleba kicks to Doncic. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime. Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Leonard dishes to Jackson. Zubac's the pass to George. The three. And that one is off. Good work defensively by Richardson. Doncic feeling it out. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Down low. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And Doncic, here we go.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Jackson down low, guarded by Doncic. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Jackson. Here's Doncic. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
George passes to Zubac. From deep. And Paul George with the three. George has got 5 now.
We've seen George hit some threes from way downtown before, and he's at it again.
To the paint. Kleba with the bucket. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
From deep, George hands it from downtown. George has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
And here's Doncic from the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard inside, guarded by Hardaway. They get it back. Zubac, and contact on the shot, so he'll be. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Brunson. Just 5 to shoot. Shot to stop the run. And the rejection by Zubac. The 3 from Morris. Rebounded by Hardaway. The Mavericks trailer. Marjanovic finds Powell. Over Morris. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Rondo. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Hardaway for 3. That one, no good. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is... And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Jalen Brunson. Also, Burke out there. Hardaway is out there with Powell. And it's Finney-Smith in a power forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Brunson, the bounce pass. And stolen by Patterson. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Rondo. Morris has got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles. Brunson against Rondo. Finney-Smith, the rebound by Paul George. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Morris into the lane, and Morris throws it down.
And not a next-level athlete, but Morris has the ability to face up and beat his man off the dribble.
Put that bucket in no time at all. Brunson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
From deep, George sinks the three-pointer. George has got the lead back up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Brunson, no good.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Count it, good.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Brunson scanning the floor. And yes, it's good.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
And George kicks to Patterson. On the wing, Morris. Here's Zubats. Banked in off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Brunson against Rondo. And the shot goes in. Brunson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
And it's Rondo penetrating, and he lays it straight in.
Well, right now, Rondo just cutting through there with not much effort, and the speed took over.
Brunson against Zubats. Brunson the pass to Hardaway. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Patrick Patterson. That one falls for Brunson. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Zinkas, he's checked in for Powell. Maxi Kleba comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Richardson, he's checked in for Trey Burke. And Doncic is subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And then for the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Patterson. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Batum. Mavericks with the rebound. Richardson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Doncic. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Clippers leading by 6. And it goes out of bounds. That one off for Zingas.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Dallas making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in. Doncic against Jackson. George, that's a 2-pointer, and it's good off the back rim and in. George has got 13 points here in the second half alone. Doncic against Jackson. And they double up Doncic. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Pulls it up. The shot by George, no good. Mavericks trail by 6.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Well, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that word.
Doncic outside. And they double up Doncic. Finney-Smith. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Think about Paul George in his second year in the NBA being named the most improved player. It's just gotten better from that point. And you don't have to win an award every year to prove it.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Got it.
A big-time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
Here's Doncic. Count it. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
And the level of concentration that Doncic has, even under pressure, this guy is cool as a cucumber.
Leonard finds Zubac. Here's Batum. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. And it's the Mavericks to start up. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. Leonard kicks to Zubac. And here's Jackson. Back to Zubac. Over Porzingis. And too long on the shot. Leonard with the steal. And he banks in the layup. And the Clippers lead by 4.
And who do you call when you need a big bucket? For this team, more and more, it's Kawhi.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And what action in this one? We're about 1 minute into overtime. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You just never know what Doncic is going to do. I mean, which is one of the reasons he gets the defense to foul him.
Green is checked in for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable. But now, still a 1-possession game.
The 3 from George. That shot missing, and it's Dallas the other way. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Green with the ball. It counts, and the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Porzingis making it count, wants to come through big time and does here.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
About 90 seconds off the clock here in the extra period. A 3 from Leonard. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives for the big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
George passes to Batum. Latre. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Doncic. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Zubac. It counts.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor as we've gotten this overtime period underway. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
And George, here we go. Count it!
Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
Here's Porzingis. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Well, that's a huge confidence boost right there for Kristaps Porzingis. He's proving he's got what it takes in those moments.
Money!
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Connects from downtown.
That is a gutsy shot from Hardaway, and he comes through.
Jackson looking it over. Porzingis with the block. To take the lead. It's good!
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. Right now, both these sides dealing with injuries. We won't be seeing either of them at 100%.
I agree with you, Kevin. It's been tough for both of these teams as they work through their rotations due to the injury bug. Credit goes to not only the coaches for trying to plug the holes and manage their rosters, but to the players. You know, when you're a pro, even if you're not initially in the rotation, you've got to always be ready to go. And these guys have stepped up well to reserve.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2 spot. Now Kuzma. Nicholas Batum missing from long range. Pass to Drummond. Paul George with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Batum's running. Here's Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player. Very effective at finding the open man, too.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Over Jackson. And that one's good. Schroeder.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Now here's Jackson. Makes it off the glass.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
Schroeder looking around. There's the feed to Drummond. 9 feet out. And he hits the jump shot.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Schroeder against Jackson. Passes it to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Schroeder passes to Caldwell Pope. Out to Morris. Back to Caldwell Pope. It's tipped. Paul George with the steal. Leonard attacking, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Schroeder with the ball. George picks him up. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And the Lakers making a change here. Harrell's checked in, and the Clippers with a change here too. Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 6-point game. And the shot goes in.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Schroeder against Jackson. Leonard brings the double team. Schroeder kicks to Caldwell Pope. Lakers passing it around. Here's Kuzma. They get it back. Drummond, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dog at offensive rebound.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possession.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Schroeder dishes to Drummond, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Hey, that's Drummond. Throwback center who does almost all of his damage inside.
The 3 from George. Rebound by Harrell. Lakers trail by 6. Caldwell Pope with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Active hands and really good energy pursuing the pumpkin there. Great hustle by Kuzma.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
So both teams making some changes here. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Clippers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Man, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
So it's the Lakers now after the Clippers pick up 2. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Matthews has a nice feel, guys, for when a teammate has a clean look, gets him the ball.
Lakers shooting their first foul shot of the night. Free throw drops for Gasol. Clippers leading by 5. Here's man, and that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Pass to Harold. With 1 on the clock. Good, he hits the jump shot.
Yeah, just showcasing his agility in these sets. Harold's IQ and knowing when to slash is impressive.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He got into double. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Kennard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris, and it's Rajon Rondo, and it's man in at the 2-guard spot. Clippers leading by 5, and they're on the break. Here's Kennard. Rebound Andre Drummond. The Lakers shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. And the pass to Caruso. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Gasol. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Boy, the confidence of Gasol on the block is really impressive to see. I mean, once he gets good positioning, he goes right to work.
Man gets the bucket. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Over in the corner, Matthews. He dishes it to Drummond. Feeds to Gasol. With the tip, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Matthews has got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, Matthews, his effort is relentless. He never gives up on a play.
Here's Kennard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Both teams deciding to change it up. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen,
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Schroeder passes to Caldwell Pope. Inside. To the inside. Lays it up off the glass. Horton Tucker's got his second basket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too. Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
To the middle. Here's Morris. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 3-point lead. Here's Rondo. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Here's Kuzma. And again, it's the Lakers.
Boy, Kuzma's such an impressive player, able to dial it in from these in-between spots with relative ease.
And Clark, it was a roller coaster season, to say the least, for Kyle Kuzma. Saw his role get diminished on the Lakers, and his stats across the board were down.
Yeah, Greg, you go back to your playing days, mine as well. It's hard for young guys early in their career to understand role playing. They equate their production with minutes and accolades as opposed to contribution for the team. And Kyle Kuzma has tremendous talent, great versatility early in his career. I think he's going to be fine in the long run.
Rondo, good.
You know, he's a bit of a rarity and maybe even a throwback when you look at Rondo and how, being a smaller guard, he still is comfortable operating inside.
To the inside. Kuzma kicks to Morris. Here's Schroeder. Buries it from 3-point range. Schroeder's got 5 points so far.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
36 seconds left in the first half of the game. To the paint, Paul George with the steal. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
Yeah, Rondo just isn't afraid of getting hammered on the inside. Remarkable at getting under the skin of his opponents and forcing the issue.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Andre Drummond's checked in for Morris. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Matthews, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be painful.
Here's Caruso. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 12 points and 1 steal. And that's going to do it for us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
He's
done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
We've got Caldwell Pope. Morris is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Schroeder in at the point. That's the Laker 5. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Here's Batum. He can't hit that time. Good D by Drummond. Lakers trail by 5. Inside, here's Schroeder. And the layup is good. Schroeder's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Lakers.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
One of the great athletes in the league, and there are a bunch of them, but he's at the top of the list. Ferocity on that throwdown from Paul George.
Here's Schroeder. Good work there as it goes. Schroeder's got 9. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And here's Jackson. Batum scanning the floor. From deep three-point range, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Boy, I wasn't aware that Batum had that kind of range in his game. Wow.
Stolen by Jackson. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
And it's Drummond missing. Clippers leading by 8. And George kicks to Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Jackson misses.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Out to Kuzma. Down low, stolen by Zubac. Outside, Batum.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Morris dishes to Schroeder. Up and in from the low block. Schroeder's got 6 here in this quarter. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
A sharp shooter with a quick trigger release, Caldwell Pope is known for being an efficient scorer.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Marc Gasol's checked in for Andre Drummond. Harrell comes in for Markieff Morris. Wesley Matthews checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. From 20 feet out, shot is good off the back rim and in. George has got 7 points in the game.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional, catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
Over in the corner, Matthews. And again, the Lakers no good. Clippers leading by 6. To the inside. To the paint. Here's Caldwell Pope. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, that's just outstanding focus on these hard finishes. I mean, Caldwell Pope fighting the score through contact and making it happen.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Harrell against Batum. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
That evens the score. He's got 8.
So impressive, the fortitude the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
From deep, George. Rebound the Lakers.
After hitting 1-3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Zubac, the pass to Batum. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
It's blocked. George way outside. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Some impressive scoring, and we still have 1 quarter to go. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, Patrick Patterson is out there with Marcus Morris. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's man in at the 2. Caruso kicks to Harrell. Picked away. Rondo looking over the floor. It's tipped, and he gets it back. Outside Leonard. The second chance effort. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Harrell, good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Harrell's got the game tied up here for the Lakers.
And it's official. They have come all the way back. At one point, this thing seemed to be out of reach.
I did not think they had enough clock to get all the way back, but here they are. And now they've got to feel like they're in control of this thing.
And there it is for them.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Rondo finds Morris. From deep. Oh, he hit it.
How did that go in?
How about the range on that jumper?
Here's Caruso, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Gasol passes to Caruso. Lob pass to Gasol. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Here's Rondo. And the Clippers miss again.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
And always been a next-level passer at his position. Love watching Gasol involve his teammates and get them going.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Caruso, the pass to Gasol. He feeds it to Harrell. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Clippers trail by 7. Outside Rondo. Here's Patterson, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
You know, Rondo's highest priority is to get his teammates open shots every trip. I mean, that's what makes him go and endears him to his teammates.
Caldwell Pope trying to break free. Count that bucket. Caruso's got the lead up to 7 now for the Lakers. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. A 3 from Leonard. Rebound the Lakers. Caldwell Pope's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Horton Tucker. From deep. Sinks the triple. And now a 10-point Laker lead.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want. The other, not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Guys, I think this is a... So explosive.
Oh, is that beautiful.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Patterson, that's good.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Then Gasol with the dunk.
And it's just competing. And, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And the fact that Lillard can pour it in like tonight, in addition to his defense, is really why he's one of the best two-way players we've ever seen.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. Here now, the Clippers.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Here's Mann. Can't connect from long distance. Outside Gasol. Over Patterson. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
The 3 from George. Gets the bucket.
Nice release on the shot. George has put a lot of work into his mechanics.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.